Hi, this is my second video for Costa Rica. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to talk a little bit about my trip. Um, so overall, I was in Costa Rica. I flew into Costa Rica Saturday morning, so that was around 7 a.m. And then I'm leaving Costa Rica today, which would be Tuesday morning, 7 a.m. So yeah, I wasn't here for very long, just maybe 3 or 4 days. Not even 3 days, 2.5, because I had to get to the airport a bit earlier because the transportation from La Fortuna to San Jose is around a 3.5 hour shuttle ride. So yeah, I also can't arrive to the airport at night because the shuttles are really expensive. So I think I just wanted to save a little bit of money there. Costa Rica is a lot more expensive than I thought. I really went over the budget, especially since this trip was like planned very late. Like I literally booked a flight 3 hours before the flight left. So that proves how spontaneous this trip was. I think this will not be the last spontaneous trip. So yeah, try to find a good angle. Sorry, because you can kind of see my necklines here. That's not very flattering, but anyways, back to what I was saying. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Um, the main reason why I lost points was because of how expensive it was. I did not expect Costa Rica to be that expensive, even though I did a lot of research, and it did say that the cost of living was very similar and if not higher than the US, and I totally agree. Yeah, just the accommodation and like the activities costed a lot of money. Like, I don't think you could do anything for free in Costa Rica without paying for it. I remember going into the volcano, going to like the observatory deck or something. Just that alone was like $17. And then I also went to the La Fortuna waterfall. I think that was like $15. Yeah, and then the flight was around 300, and I could only bring a carry-on, which is this bag that my friend Annika sold me. It's very amazing. I'm glad that I made the purchase, but yeah, flight was $300, and what else? Food was not too expensive, still more expensive than I budgeted or like I imagined. I totally under budgeted for this trip, by the way. So I'm gonna get up because my hair looks janky right now. But yeah, I'll talk like this. But yeah, food wasn't too expensive, but also wasn't too cheap either. It's mostly because I ate at Sodas, which are like family restaurants. They're a bit cheaper than going to like an actual restaurant. And I also wanted like to experience what the locals ate and live a lifestyle similar to them. So the food was really delicious. I think usually the average is around like $8, $9, $10, which isn't too bad considering it's a homemade meal, but still like more on the pricier side than I thought. What else? Well, the activities. Besides those two, there were Costa Rica is also known for their hot springs. I unfortunately didn't plan out the trip very well, so I wasn't really able to hop into any hot springs. I went to El Choyin, which is a very local spot, and it was free too, but I got too scared to like hop into the hot springs. So yeah, I just Ubered there, and then I like scouted the area. Too many locals, and they were kind of like looking at me, and I was too scared to like take off my shirt and just hop in with my bathing suit. I even bought the bathing suit for like $40 USD, and I still didn't use it at all. So that's really my fault for not having that courage or boldness. So whoever's watching this, be bold in whatever you do, and yeah, don't place too much value in what other people think. I'm gonna try to learn from this mistake because I think it costed me a lot of money, as I just said earlier, $40. Souvenirs were also really expensive. Costa Rica is known for their chocolate and their coffee beans, and dude, it's so expensive. Like a small, like rectangle chocolate bar is like $5 USD. I think that would be the average, but the cheapest I could find was like around $3.50 to $4. So, not too bad, but like it's still pretty expensive. It was a tiny bar, and I haven't even tried one myself. I'm planning to gift it to other people. So, yeah. There was also another bag of chocolate I got. They were like little tiny chocolate balls or something like that, and they had like some fruit gelatin inside, like fruit jelly. I don't know, but they were pretty good. I got some samples at the airport. I was able to try some out, and they're pretty delicious. But yeah, those are also pretty expensive. I think I paid at least $14 USD for it, and that's crazy. I typically would not buy that at all, but that is going to be for my mom and my dad because I think I owed them something because wasn't very I wasn't being communicative with my plans, so I feel kind of bad. I think it's also a good souvenir to bring back um, as a taste of Costa Rica. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, I definitely spent underestimated my budget for this trip, so hopefully I can actually do better next time and plan stuff out more thoroughly. I think the next trip will be in Guatemala. I will try to hike Actenago volcano. I heard it's a really difficult hike, but I have a month to prepare, and yeah, hopefully I can discipline myself and just prepare the best as I can so my body does not give up on me in a month. I was walking the La Fortuna waterfall staircases, and they have exactly like 505 stairs. So, went down the stairs to the waterfall for a couple moments, then had to climb back up 505 stairs, and I had to take breaks, man. I mean, 505 stairs is nothing compared to like Guatemala's volcanoes. So, yeah, I think my body is really out of shape. I mean, I'm not morbidly obese. I think I just haven't done exercise in a while, and my body just needs to like condition. But I think doing more cardio will help. Just a lot of brisk walking, start running, just taking baby steps. So, starting to walk, jog, and then get into running. But yeah, building that endurance is really important that I want to work on more. But yeah, what else should I say about the trip? I had to Uber to a lot of places because I didn't have a car. And some of the places were like pretty spaced out from each other, like maybe 15 minutes away. And walking to between the destinations would take too much time. So yeah, it was also raining a lot. I'll say that. I mean, it wasn't raining 24/7, but every day it would rain for like maybe an hour or two. And yeah, I don't think it was very fun because I couldn't really take any nice pictures. And it was like pretty cloudy and kind of gloomy. A bit sunny though sometimes, but yeah, overall pretty cloudy. So the pictures that I took weren't very amazing, but yeah, that's why I guess there's less tourists. But yeah, I think I should take account into that next time, the weather. It wasn't too hot, but it also wasn't too cold. So I'll say around like 80 degrees. I think that's a good temperature to be in. I really hate being in areas that are too cold and areas that are too humid and hot. So I think the temperature right now in Costa Rica is pretty good. But yeah, I've been yapping for like 10 minutes, which is a skill that I didn't know I had. I didn't know I was capable of that. But I guess like since I have a lot to say, I'm a bit more talkative. But thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on my third video, whatever that may be. Bye.